Have you ever wondered why you're still in that mid-level HR role when you're the one who everybody depends on? You're handling employee relations issues, you're guiding managers through tough conversations, maybe you're even running open enrollment. And still, when opportunities for advancement come up, it just doesn't happen. You see a colleague move up, and you can't help but think, I've been doing this longer, and honestly, I probably know more than they do. What am I missing? If that sounds familiar, you're exactly who I'm talking to. Throughout my career, I've had countless people ask me how I was able to move from a non HR role into HR leadership so quickly, and how I continue helping others make that same leap from their tactical roles like HR Generalist or HR Business Partner into more strategic or director level positions. So, I really just wanted to create this video to share what I've learned and to help you start breaking through that invisible barrier that keeps so many talented HR professionals really just stuck in the middle. These are the top three patterns that I see that hold a lot of HR professionals back from reaching that next level in their career. First of all, you're too focused on execution. You're the go-to person when something needs to get done. You're partnering with leaders on employee issues. You're addressing policy questions. You're updating the HR system, or you're resolving workplace concerns. But executives don't promote based on how fast you put out fires. They promote based on how effective you are at preventing them. For example, if you spend your week processing disciplinary actions, that's tactical. But if you were to analyze why those actions keep happening and how you plan to reduce them, that's strategic thinking. Second, you're not speaking the language of the business. You might say, hey, we need better engagement. But the executive hears, how will that improve productivity or retention? You really need to try to connect those dots. So, saying something like, if we improve engagement in operations by 10%, we could reduce turnover by 15%, saving the company about $180,000 a year in hiring and training costs. And while those numbers can vary by company or industry, research consistently shows that higher engagement leads to significantly lower turnover, sometimes by 20% or more. So the trend's clear. A more engaged team is more likely to stay. So that kind of statement that ties your engagement to reduce turnover and understanding what you spend in hiring costs and training costs, that's the kind of statement that's going to make a leader stop scrolling their phone in meetings, because now you're speaking their language. You're really tying that data point to an outcome and how they can save money and how it really will positively benefit them. And third, you haven't built executive presence. Even when you know your stuff, if you sound tentative, oh, I think maybe we could try, then your credibility really slips with them. Contrast that with, here's what I recommend based on our data and what will drive results. Just that subtle change in tone will build instant trust and influence. And here's the good news. Presence isn't something that you're born with. It's something you can build. It's a muscle that you need to exercise. So, how do you start shifting from tactical to strategic? Here's what that looks like in practice. Start seeing yourself as a strategic advisor, not as a service provider. You need to stop waiting for managers to come to you with problems. You need to go to them with insights. For example, instead of saying, we've had 5 terminations this quarter, you could say something like, our turnover in the skilled technician group is 12% higher than other areas. Here's what's driving it, and here's some ideas on how we can fix it. Just that single shift from reporting your data to interpreting it and giving solutions, that's really what's going to set you apart. Next, build your executive communication muscle. Practice summarizing complex information into a clear business takeaway. For example, when presenting survey results, just completely skip that 30-slide deck. Try this. The data tells us two things. One, our employees want more development, and two, they don't see a clear career path. Here's my recommendation to fix it. That's concise, confident, and that's executive ready. And next, focus on visibility and influence. If you're doing great work behind the scenes, but no one in leadership sees it, it's pretty much like it never happened. So look for opportunities to present in all hands meetings. You can co-lead initiatives, or you can send a short monthly summary to your division VPs highlighting key wins. For example, hey, we reduced agency spend by 22% this quarter through proactive workforce planning. You're still being factual, but you're controlling your professional narrative. If you've been feeling stuck, undervalued, and overlooked, and maybe you've even been questioning if you belong in HR, I want you to know there is a path forward. It's not luck, though. It's not waiting for the right leader to notice you. It's learning how to transform from tactical to strategic, from reactive to proactive, and from being the HR doer to being the HR decision maker. This is exactly the kind of transformation that I've helped HR professionals achieve, turning tactical work into strategic impact that gets noticed at the executive level. Early in my career, I realized that the key to moving up wasn't just about doing HR work well. It was really learning to think and communicate like an executive. Once I made that shift, everything changed. I stopped being the person leaders came to for answers, and I became the one that they invited to help shape their strategy. I started showing how our HR work directly impacted their results, things like productivity, retention, and performance. And that's when the promotions, influence, and the confidence followed. That's the transformation I want for you too. And it all starts with one simple step: getting clear on where you are now and what skills and mindset shifts you need to move forward. And that's exactly what my free HR Executive Roadmap will help you do. It's a short guide that will walk you through the 5 key steps every HR professional must master to earn a seat at the executive table. Think of it as your GPS. From where you are now, tactical, and stuck, to where you want to be: strategic, influential, and confident. So I attached a link below. Download your copy. Again, it's completely free, and it does have a really short assessment at the end so that you can see where you're at and you can start mapping out your executive path. If this video gave you an aha moment, hit like, subscribe, drop a comment below, sharing where you feel the most stuck in your HR career. Remember, HR leadership isn't about waiting for the title. It's about showing up today as the leader you want to become. And it starts right here, right now, and I'll see you in the next video.